Hello and welcome to another edition of Tuesday Tasting. Today we have something rather special for you. Johnnie Walker is the OG of blended whiskies. We have all at some point in time tasted the black label, blue label, red and greens. But today we have something slightly different, slightly more experimental. We have the Johnnie Walker Red Rye finish. This is really going to be interesting. Let's get started, shall we? Master blenders Jim Beveridge and Emma Walker are known to create innovative blends. Emma Walker, if you remember, she was the one who introduced Jane Walker a couple of years ago. Jim Beveridge, on the other hand, has worked in the bourbon industry in Kentucky and is known to have a fascination for American whiskies. This blend is going to be an interesting combination of both their skills and expertise. From what we know about the whiskey, this is a blend of 4 different whiskies. One of them is my favorite, the Cardo Single Malt. The other one, which is very interesting, is from the now defunct distillery, Port Dundas. Let's get to the packaging. There is nothing really spectacular about this bottle, except that it has the classic Johnnie Walker shape and it's immediately identifiable in the family. Apart from that, if you look at the label, it has signatures of Emma Walker and Jim Beveridge, of course. And it says here under Blender's Notes, malt and grain whiskies, including the now closed Port Dundas, like I mentioned before, aged in first fill bourbon class and finished in rye casks. Obviously, the batch numbers are mentioned as well because these are distilled in small batches, unlike the mass-produced other labels that we have from Johnnie Walker. Apart from that, obviously the classic, ABV is mentioned. It is at 40%. Another interesting thing to note here, it is at 700 ml and not the typical 750 ml, which is a decision that I don't know why they have taken, but it is 700 ml. One interesting thing to note is that internationally, when it is sold as the Blender's batch. But here in India, when I've seen the bottle, it has excluded Blender's batch and directly says the red rye finish. So when you pick up, just be conscious of that fact. So for the packaging, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a solid 7. Let's get pouring, shall we? As you can immediately see, the color is obviously darker than the classic red label. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it has nice legs that are going down with a nice smooth drizzle. I think the mouthfeel of this is going to be really nice. A lot of pepper that just hits you immediately. It has nice sweet tones and that there is a slight hint of leather, and I don't know how else to describe it, but it smells like old books. So if you're a book lover and you know the smell when you have that old book smell, it has hints of that as well. Very nostalgic. This could also be because of the bourbon casks and the rye finish. The undertones are definitely spicy. There is cinnamon that's coming through. And like I said, there's a lot of pepper. Pepper is the most prominent note that I'm getting. Let's get tasting, shall we? For the tasting, let's do it in 2 parts. First, I'm going to taste it neat, as is. And then with a little bit of water. Let's see if that works its magic. Cheers! A lot of sweetness and pepper. Like I said, it has a nice spicy burn. But it is really sweet. I think there's a lot of spicy sweetness that comes through. There is caramel as well. The finish is quite long and it's almost honey and caramel. that lingers on in the end. If I was blind tasting this whiskey, I would definitely think this is bourbon. It has very strong bourbon characteristics. There is rye as well. It is almost minty rye. There's a lot of minty flavor that's coming in. But yes, lot more sweeter than I expected. There is spice on the nose, but when it comes to taste, I think sweet is a more prominent note. Let's try this with a bit of water and see what happens. When you have this whiskey neat, you can almost feel the 40% ABV. It is nice and strong, but I think if you had a little bit of water, it's going to open up the whiskey really beautifully. Just a few drops, nothing fancy. I think that should do the trick. You can instantly feel that the whiskey has opened up. There are varied notes of different kinds of spices. I can't wait to taste. It tastes like a Christmas cake. There's a lot of stewed plums or stewed apple that comes through. There is cinnamon, of course. There is that slight peppery note as well, but it's predominantly very malty, very buttery even, because it almost coats our entire mouth, and it has a really nice smooth finish. It's quite lingering. The end notes are almost honeyed caramel, and it stays on for a while. On a scale of 1 to 10, purely on taste, I would give it a solid 8. I really liked it. It does not taste like a new spirit at all. It tastes really well aged for the price point. We'll get to the price point in a bit. The original Red Label was always known as a whiskey for cocktails. This one is also similar, but for slightly different reason. Because the characteristics are so much like bourbon, I think this will do really well in classic bourbon cocktails. My favorite would be an old fashioned or a Manhattan maybe. This will also do really well in all the highball cocktails. The sweet notes I think will really lend beautifully to any cocktail that you would want to make. Coming to value for money, the price point of this is comparable to a Red Label. The Red Label in Delhi for a 750 ml bottle is about 1450. The price of this for a 700 ml bottle is 620 rupees approximately, and these are Delhi prices. To be honest, when I first read about this bottle, I expected it to be almost like Red Label with a slight tinge of rye, but boy, I was wrong. This is a completely different whiskey, far more premium for its price point. I think like me, if you like to have it neat, you can do that, but I think it lends beautifully to all the cocktails like I mentioned before. It's a great whiskey to have in your bar. Let me know if you've tried it and let me know what you think about it. So overall, when it comes for value for money, I would give it an 8.5 on 10. If you like this video, as always, do like, share and subscribe. Do share this with your friends as well. And let us know which bottle you would like us to review next. We look forward to your comments in the comment section. And also, if you would like to follow us on Instagram, our handle is @alcobuzz. See you next time. Cheers.